Hi everyone and welcome to another video here at This is Leanne's Life. This is week 2 of my Walt Disney World planning series. Last week I announced that we are off to Walt Disney World for our big trip of 2026. And the first question I always get asked is it really worth going all the way to Florida when you could just go to Disneyland Paris? So that's what this video is going to be about. As always, come along with us and let's see what happens with this debate. As a Disneyland Paris regular and a Walt Disney World veteran, this debate just lives rent-free in my head. I get so many questions about it, but they are two completely different holidays. It is very difficult. Disneyland Paris, it's easy to get to, it's quick, but then Disney World, oh my God, you are just immersed for 2 weeks in the magic. So today I am putting them head to head, the ultimate Disney showdown. I'm going to compare them on all the bits that matter, especially from us in the UK. The cost, big one, the planning process, the rides, and just, the general magic and ambience of the parks. By the end of this, we'll know who's going to win in all the categories. Number 1, the cost. There's no doubt that Disneyland Paris is significantly cheaper because the travel alone is an hour on the flight versus a 9-hour flight, and then you can just do 3-day tickets rather than 14 tickets. You can have cheaper merch, cheaper hotels, and it's a quick Disney fix. So technically Disneyland Paris wins in cost, hands down. But what about value though? Pound for pound is cheaper, but come on, Disney World I think might be better value for money, especially when you've got the Disney World offers like the free dining plan and the 14-day ticket for the price of 7. So when you factor in all that, technically if you break it down to price per day, let's have a look at those numbers. For example, 3 nights in Disneyland Paris, I'm sort of taking middle of the road hotels for comparison. It's never going to be a perfect like for like, but 3 days Disneyland Paris, flights, tickets and accommodation would be this. A 2-week stay to Walt Disney World, again with flights in a moderate hotel and tickets for those 2 weeks, would be this. Let's break that down into a daily cost. The daily cost for a Disneyland Paris stay is this. We've done 2 nights, 3 park days. And the daily cost for a 2-week stay in Disney World is this. So there we go then. Disneyland Paris wins for initial cost, but the value goes to Disney World. 2, planning. This might be controversial, but planning for Disneyland Paris is a dream compared to Disney World. You book your hotel, you buy your tickets, you show up, you can be spontaneous. If you want to skip a queue, you can buy the Premier Access Pass. There's a couple of virtual queues. It's pretty simple to do. However, planning in Disney World, as I'm relearning because every time I go now it's changed, it's a full-time job sometimes. You've got your Genie Plus, your lightning lanes, you can stack them. You've got to be up at 7 a.m. to get some of those reservations and the virtual queues. It can be a bit of a minefield. And I am a little bit worried that I'm going to be spending a lot of my time on the phone. But I am spending my time on the phone in Disney World, so it's okay. So I will have to give this round to Disneyland Paris. It's a little bit easier to plan. 3, the rides. Okay, let's go with the classics then. The rides that they both have so we can make this fair. And I'm just going to come out and say it. Disneyland Paris, I think, do the classics better. The Big Thunder Mountain in Paris, it's faster. It's on its own island. Come on now. Pirates of the Caribbean, so much more thrilling. It makes much more sense. Space Mountain or Hyperspace Mountain, it's so intense. I love it. Phantom Manor, come on. It is just a masterpiece. And in my opinion, Disneyland Paris is the most beautiful castle park there is. I'm just saying it. I've not been to them all, but still. But Walt Disney World's advantage isn't the classics, it's uniqueness. Disneyland Paris has 2 parks and Walt Disney World has 4 parks and 2 water parks. And Disneyland Paris doesn't have anything on the scale of like Animal Kingdom, the World Showcase at Epcot. Plus, Walt Disney World has the new mega rides, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which I didn't get on last time, so I have to get on it this time. Same with Tron. Flight of Passage, oh, I mean, there are no words. It is just incredible. So, let's round this up a little bit then. Disneyland Paris wins for the classics, but Disney World wins for more ride variety and more thrills and more innovation. So I think we're going to have to say that that is a draw for the overall magic. This is obviously all about personal taste. The magic at Disneyland Paris is very European. It's compact, it's manageable. You can walk to the Disney Village in 5 minutes. But let's be honest, the food, it's a bit lacking. It can be a bit hit or miss. They don't have as many Instagrammable snacks, and the customer service isn't on the level of Walt Disney World, which I think is just more of a cultural thing, if I'm honest. Walt Disney World is huge, and the Disney bubble is so real. You are in a sprawling city, and I mean, they actually have their own fire department and stuff, so you really are. So for some, that could be magical and immersive. For others, it can be quite overwhelming. But their customer service is just another level. And the food, with 4 parks, dozens of hotels, the sheer variety of food, especially when you include Disney Springs, is just unbeatable. And this is why I'm so excited for the quick service dining plan. Give me all the food. So, which is really better as a UK visitor? Yes, there are obviously lots of parks like Disneyland, which I've never been to. It's on my bucket list. But let's be fair, for us UK visitors, it's either Paris or Florida. For a long weekend, or a first timer, or if you just need that Disney fix and you're on a tight budget, it has to be Disneyland Paris. It's our home park, it's beautiful, and it's easy. But if you're looking for the main event holiday, if you're saving for that one big trip and you're a true Disney fanatic, Walt Disney World is an unbeatable experience. The scale, the variety and the pure immersion are just out of this world. But that's just my opinion. I know you all have strong feelings about this. So let me know in the comments, are you Team Disneyland Paris or Team Walt Disney World? And for my UK audience, which do you think is better value for money? Let me know everything. I think I still feel a bit Switzerland on this. I have one foot in each camp. I love them both for very different reasons. Thank you so much for joining me for the great Disney debate. Make sure you're subscribed because next week's video, I am getting really practical. I'm going to be planning my full bucket list for Walt Disney World. My must-do rides, new snacks and experiences for all 4 parks. Thank you so much for watching. If I don't see you next week, I'll see you in the comments. Bye.